Hello, my name is Evan Scheidler, and it is my pleasure to introduce our Millburn High School TEEM Club. Ever since our chapter launched in early October, thanks to Madame Ecken, we have been building a vibrant community committed to the TEEM values of empathy, equality, and entrepreneurship. We love collaborating with one another, the other TEEM clubs, TEEM corporate leadership, and Georgie Badiel herself, the founder of the Georgie Badiel Foundation. At our first meeting, we learned about Georgie's powerful personal story of being a girl growing up in a village in Burkina Faso without clean water. She shared how she would get up early in the morning and walk for miles just to fetch that clean water, and then spend the rest of the day walking back to her village with it. She talked about how the 3 E's have been central to her mission to serve and support those in need. Georgie has served as an example for us of how with compassion and initiative we can truly make a difference in this world. She inspires us, and we are so grateful to her, Jarrett, and Matt from TEEM Corporate Leadership who support us in our efforts, as they made it clear from that first Zoom call that we had that they are truly there to empower us to be empathetic entrepreneurs. They have encouraged us to be creative and helped make our efforts a reality, so a huge thank you to them. In this video, we will share what we have learned about the challenges facing those in Burkina Faso with respect to clean water, particularly during COVID, what the Georgie Badiel Foundation is doing to take action, our commitment to supporting Georgie Badiel and her foundation, and finally, how we have been truly living the 3 E's to the fullest. Go team!
Hi. Last time you were thirsty, do you remember how easy it was for you to get a cup of fresh water coming from your sink? Well, I do. That feels very good, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, not everyone in the world has access to clean water coming from their kitchen. But with equity, entrepreneurship, and empathy, Millburn TEEM Club is about to show you how we can help communities around the world have access to clean water.
To begin, we must discuss what is happening in the Sahel region, where Burkina Faso is located. In the Sahel region, there are longer wet or dry spells, which have extreme adverse climatic effects. There are also other factors which have accelerated the lack of water resources in the Sahel region, which includes ill-informed development projects, the pollution of surface water, water diversion for irrigation purposes, poor agricultural practices, the lack of water infrastructure in urban areas, the degradation of wetlands and rivers, and the overall lack of coherent policies.
So let's talk about the specific impacts on the people of Burkina Faso. There are 2 major impacts. The first one is there's not enough drinking water, and the second one being there's not enough water to keep good hygiene habits. Hygiene is especially important in the age of the pandemic, and even in 2019, there were 1.9 million people in urgent need of water. Now it's only worsened since the water demand has increased due to the need for washing hands and bathing regularly to keep safe of the virus. These are the reasons why the water crisis is so dire in the Burkina Faso region.
Like everything in our current world, the struggles of Burkinabes are inextricably tied to COVID. To elaborate on this, Burkina Faso has long been prone to food shortages and droughts, and over the past decade, they have suffered immensely from increasing sustenance insecurity. And with the addition of COVID-19, Burkinabe households are struggling to stay afloat as they are facing limited access to food due to closing markets and also the restricted agricultural season this year. As a result of this decrease in access to food, Burkinabe health is also declining and leaving them more vulnerable to COVID-19.
To support Burkinabe, Georgie Badiel, an African woman, model, and activist, is working with the Georgie Badiel Foundation to build wells and educate women and children in Burkina Faso. Growing up, Badiel used to walk 3 hours every morning in order to fetch water for her family. And because of this, the foundation chased its goal of clean water access throughout Burkina Faso by going from community to community and school to school in order to teach students about good health and sanitation. However, this is not the only thing that they do. Unlike other organizations, they're able to efficiently restore and build wells and toilets in communities they work in, which provides methods for sanitation and fresh water. The foundation is especially good at empowering women along the way, who are educated in the operation and maintenance of wells and toilets, operating hundreds of communities. In fact, over 300,000 people now have access to clean drinking water, health, and time-saving opportunities as a result of the foundation. This is only possible because Milburn, along with a network of over 50 schools in the U.S., work together to provide funding as well as awareness for these campaigns.
The 3 E's of TEEM are empathy, equality, and entrepreneurship. To me, empathy means to put yourself in the shoes of another person. In Burkina Faso, they face the problems of not having access to enough fresh water. If we are to focus on empathy, we can put ourselves in the shoes of the people of Burkina Faso. Now, this is hard because here in the States, we have access to fresh water everywhere. But if we want to help the people of Burkina Faso, we need to put ourselves in their shoes.
So what did we do to spread empathy this year? Although TEEM Club is a high school club, Milburn schools aim to teach empathy starting at a young age. One of our major efforts to spread empathy is a partnership with our 5th graders. Our activity was centered around the picture book, The Water Princess, based off of Georgie Badiel's childhood. I was one of the team members who led these discussions with 5th graders, and although the virtual limitations were very intimidating at first, hearing 5th graders speak about their personal understanding of empathy definitely made an optimistic start for our first year of Milburn TEEM.
What does equality mean to you? For me, it means giving everyone in our world the same opportunities. I am part of the TEEM Club, and I was lucky enough to be part of the donation that we made to a country in Africa called Burkina Faso. By donating this money to this country, they were able to build water wells, which gave them fresh drinking water. By doing this and giving them just a little bit of effort, we can change the world a lot. And if more Burkinabe have access to clean drinking water, it can help them and it will only affect them positively.
Entrepreneurship is the act of taking initiative to help create change in the world. It can be interpreted in many different ways, such as using resources to help a friend or to take a risk and create a new business. But for TEEM, entrepreneurship is used as a way to raise money to build wells in Burkina Faso. The TEEM chapter in Milburn has worked to find different ways to generate funds, such as the 5K, the essay contest, and selling masks. Entrepreneurship is important to TEEM because it gives students the opportunity to innovate ways to help the world.
The school year of 2020 to 2021 was Milburn's first year participating as a branch of the TEEM Club. Especially given the newness of the club, and despite the many challenges of virtual collaboration, we're proud of our accomplishments this year. We feel that we can confidently say that we fulfilled the goals of empathy, equality, and entrepreneurship numerous times throughout the year. As Olivia and Jacqueline explained, the Sahel water crisis is a major issue in today's world. Amanda elaborated on the severe economic consequences of COVID-19, which is making the crisis even worse. To do our part to help people caught in this crisis, we partnered with the Georgie Badiel Foundation, whose work is helping Burkinabés get water while concurrently empowering women through education. Ethan, Jacqueline, Shea, and Anesi described their fundraising efforts this year, including a mask sale, a fall 5K, an essay contest, and an elementary school presentation. As a result of our efforts, earlier this year, we were able to have a well built in Lado, Burkina Faso. Despite having completed a good number of activities this year, the future of Milburn's TEEM Club certainly does not end here. Currently, we have a Spring Fling Fitness Challenge going on, where participants are encouraged to donate at least $10 and to take part in one fitness activity, dancing, jogging, or cycling, for 11 weeks. Next year, we plan on continuing our collaboration with Ms. Badiel and her foundation. There is still so much work to be done to help fix the Sahel water crisis. In addition to more fundraisers, something in the calendar for next year is outreach within our community of Milburn to try to raise awareness among younger students as well. We took the first step of this process this year already by presenting to the elementary school kids, but we would like to continue our efforts to make the TEEM Club not just a high school club, but a district-wide one as well. We feel that our program would greatly benefit younger students because of the emphasis we place on personal goals like empathy and entrepreneurship, all while trying to realize the goal of raising money to help a cause. Thank you.